Ma'am Boots. Good morning to everyone. Our speaker for this morning is a graduate of De La Salle University College of St. Benil. He was a working student and was with a consultancy firm for 6 years. Rose from the ranks as an admin staff to account management prior to being an insurance agent for Manulife. He has vast experiences in project selling since 2001 and also a business owner of a commercial printing company. In 2012, he joined SMDC and was awarded as top sales director for 2 consecutive years. He handled corporate accounts before he was transferred to the international sales channel. In 2018, he was awarded as the top sales director for international sales channels. Just this year, our speaker was promoted as deputy sales head to share with us some tips on how to sell Philippine condominiums to foreigners. Let us all welcome Mr. Ralph Villamor.
Unmute myself now. Does anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. Kung saan man kayo nasa mundo, yung iba dito, nasa abroad. So, good morning. Again, my name is Ralph Villamor. Ang batang-bata daw. Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. Let me share my screen. There. There. Anyone see my screen already?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, good morning and good afternoon, good evening. A few days ago, I read an article about this talk about this initiative, and I learned a lot of lessons from this article. And we know every step of the way, every step of our lives, we learn small things, big things, and just this part of the steps that we have already. So I was invited to talk on how to sell bulk selling or bulk sale for foreigners. Please bear with me lang as this is just a very simple tips and a simple presentation, and also a basic one. And this is how we are going to start. Small steps, and yet it is really certain. Okay, so let me start. Um, How do bulk selling entice foreigners? Well, of course, bulk selling, sometimes we call it as a multiple selling. It is considered as two or more sales happen in one transaction. Of course, under one buyer. It's either corporate or individual. It doesn't matter if, kasi sinasabi nila lagi, if bulk selling, bultuhan yan, maramihan yan. No, it's a multiple selling. It's a multiple selling about two or more, which is very important because ito yung small step na sinasabi ko, and then it will become big. And of course, there is always a pros and cons in multiple selling. But of course, later on, as we go on, we will know the pros and we will know the cons also. Okay, so how does it work? Well, of course, you need a buyer who are willing and able to purchase properties as long as there is a good pay term. Of course, with longer payment scheme, and in addition, you want to understand how financing works. And that is how it's done. Because a good buyer will always get a property or a unit with, of course, even if they have a little cash flow, because they have partners already that obtain from the fundings, of course, from the partners in the bank. So buyers must be, number one, motivated. There are a lot of motivated buyers, whether it is on their financial gain to personal reasons, and it becomes easier to segment and target your client in a meaningful and engaging way. So kailangan itong kliyente na to are really magnifying himself to buy a property. At later on, I'll discuss to you kung paano natin makikita yung mga yan. And the buying power also of that person. And it must be result oriented. Buyers, they get what they want actually if they are result oriented and focuses on outcome. Always positive ang hahanapin natin. Always optimistic in terms of the buying power and business mindset, because the business mindset person is to continually improve and to solve any problems and to become a person and realizing the risk, whether it is certain or uncertain yan. So, it will always come in every investment, yung mindsetting niya. And of course, ang pinaka-importante sa lahat is siya ba ay decision maker? Kasi pag hindi yan decision maker, medyo magsasayang tayo ng oras dyan. We all know that there are 4 types of decision maker. One is the analytical, second is directive, conceptual, and behavior. The analytical is like pag-iisipan muna niyang maigi. Like the analytical person, the foreign buyers are the Japanese. Talagang pag-iisipan nilang maigi yan. Bubusisayin muna nila yan kung kailangan ba yung investment na yan. Because pag once na nag-decide sila, tuloy-tuloy na yan. And there is also directive. Direct to the point sila. What's in it for me? Is it better opportunity for me? If yes, yes, I will buy. If no, forget about it. And of course, there is this conceptual. The conceptual is like, bigyan mo muna ako ng programa. Bigyan mo muna ako, kung gusto mong bumili ako, bigyan mo ako ng konsepto niyan. What's in it for me? The first thing is, bakit ako bibili? Bakit ako kailangan mag-invest? And then, there's this behavioral. Ito yung mga nakikita niyo, yung mga impulsive buyer. Ito yung mga gusto kong bumili kaagad yan, kahit na hindi na pinag-aaralan yan. At mind you, halos at least about 75% of the buyers are behavioral. Okay? And know the project and positioning of the property. Hahanap tayo ng developer that will understand the value of their property. Therefore, when you decide to sell property with a keen understanding on what is good to offer, is it worth to offer ba to? How many should you offer? And the question is marketability, the market value. Of course, by location, by pricing, and affordability and quality. Because doon sila titingin yung proyekto natin. Kaya maghahanap tayo ng partner dyan. Maraming developer, maraming partner. And the most important thing also is network. The networking is one of the best ways to make the kind of relationship that generate leads. We have a lot of leads coming from as a salespreneur or as a salespreneurship or an entrepreneur or a businessman, you want to get out there and get to know everyone around your circle. Importante po yan. You need to develop a lot of time to building your list of network. And you need to start from the center of your influence. Mahirap pero kailangan gawin. Kailangan nasa puso yan. Determination. And of course, since multiple selling ang hinahanap natin, it will always rely entirely different business model based. you need to strategize your operations in three ways. Discuss the business opportunity. What's in it for them? What's in it the Philippine economy? How good is the real estate in the Philippines? And then present a program, customize, tell a story, go get example, and then listen to their perspective. And of course, you always say yes, kasi customer is always right. And respect their ideas. Okay, let me tell you a story about this client of ours. He is based abroad and hindi pa niya nakikita ang project at hindi pa niya alam ang Pilipinas. Pero bumili siya. Bumili siya it's because he wants to realize the value of the property when investing outside the country kung saan siya. Tatlong unit ang binili niya. And he's paying on a monthly basis approximately about 130,000 per unit on a monthly basis for 36 months to pay. And approximately about, if you sum it up, close to about 400,000. Tama ba ako? 400,000, yes. And then, after a few months, pumunta siya ng Pilipinas. And then I met him. Tagal namin nag-usap. And then I discussed to him about the opportunity of the property. Pero kinat niya ako. And then he told me, the reason I'm here in the Philippines is to make business, to do my business. And what is your business? He is a carpet magnet. He is selling carpet. He's in the carpet industry. And he's selling carpet sa Chic, sa Sultan. So, malaking kumpanya siya. And he owns it. And then, we talk about the business of the Philippines. We talk about yung booming business. Way back, that was about 2017 ata yun. The booming business in the Philippines. Transportation, telecommunications, etc. And then, gusto niya ng transportation. Because sinabi ko, because I discussed the business opportunity. Build your network, di ba? So discuss the business opportunity. And then, I paused for a while. And then, I talk about the possibility of you having a lot of challenges if you're going to do business here in the Philippines. And then I created a problem. Nag-create ako ng problema sa kanya. Kasi very ano na siya eh. Very compulsive na siya. Very eager na siya to put up a business, transportation. Bibili daw siya ng maraming taxi. Bibili siya ng maraming vans. And then I present to him the real score, the problem and the challenges. And what are these? He's going to do the business of transportation. Kasi before, ang gusto niya dalhin dito yung carpet industry eh. Pero nawala na sa isip niya kasi maraming ano. And then, I told him about that you need to get a good lawyer, you need to get a good accountant, and at the same time, the challenges here is, kukuha ka ng mga drivers, and then, kukupitan ka pa ng mga kung sino-sino dyan, and then there's this government paying taxes, and then it boils down to the problem. And then suddenly, he paused. And then he asked me, Ralph, what should I do? I have money. What will I invest? Of course, I'm here to help you. You're paying for 400,000 every month for 3 units. Ours is like if you're going to pay on a monthly basis only 15,000. For a 400,000 or a 500,000 monthly amortization, you will get approximately about 20 to 30 units. And boom, it hit him. And then I pause. And then he compute. And then from there, babalikan daw niya ako. And then, kumain kami. After that, we drink coffee. We drank coffee and then at the same time, ang pagbalik niya sa akin is after 30 minutes. And then he decided, Ralph, I will get 10 units first. Then when I come back to my country, I'll get another 10 units. The reason behind that decision is not because of the property. It's not because of the investment, but because I discuss the business opportunity. And then I present a program for him. And then later on, I created a problem and then he listens. And that is emotions. The first thing you need to do for you to be able to get a foreign buyer, regardless of how many units they want to buy, is to tap their emotions. And then you need to listen. It doesn't matter how you communicate with him. If, you know, foreigners sometimes, hindi rin yan sila marunong makipag-usap. All you need to do is to level with them. And then tie it up. And then from there, history. There's this one person also that really struck also my heart because when she's a girl, when she met one client, one broker, she met one client, and then inalagaan niya yan, yung kliyente yan. Sobrang hirap ng ginawa niya, persistent siya, and then it hit her. Boom. There's a huge blessing came from her. And ano lang yung technique doon? Inalagaan lang. Puso and emotions. Diyan tayo magiging matibay. Okay. So, sustainability. We need to see we need to really magnify this. The key components to survive in bulk selling is mindsetting and how to sustain your momentum that will not disrupt you. Kasi positive tayo ngayon. And then after a while, ayoko na, pagod na ako. No. You need to be persistent and consistent. You need to know your purpose. Occupy yourself with purpose. Just follow your momentum and declare that you will win no matter what. Of course, nakakapagod. Nakakapagod talaga. Pero, pag ginalingan mo at alam mo ang purpose mo, then it will hit you. There will be a blessing for you. And know your framework. You need to know your guidelines to achieve your objective and ensure your alignment in your business is matched to your purpose. Because pag hindi nag-match yan, it will always, there's no balance. There's no balance. And then ito ang pinaka-importante sa lahat. Yung effort mo, yung time mo, and your money. Because you're going to invest. Like what I've said, the story of a girl who is under my team, persistent, effort, time, and money. And there's just also stories of um, a very close, to my heart also. He is really an example of, alam mo yung nakikinig, an example of hard work, an example of so much passion and emotions. Nung pumunta kami ng China, he's always excited. Pag nag-represent siya sa mga clients, mga brokers, he is always persistent, very excited. Yung level niya nandito sa taas. And that is the tip. Very, very, very simple. Of course, you need to know the market. You need to know the whole system, the whole presentation, what's in it for them and what's in it for you. Okay? So, this is very simple. Sobrang simple-simple lang ito. And it will guide us all. Okay, you need to always pray first and present well. Yan ang pinaka-the best technique na kailangan natin gawin. And this is very simple, very back to basic. Again, mas mahirap ang bentahan ng Pilipino, ang Pinoy compared sa foreigners or mga foreigners. Madali silang bentahan. You just need to know the perspective. And you need to listen to them. That's the tip. Sobrang simple lang. And with that, thank you very much, Miss Susan and Miss Secretary. You have questions?
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Sir Ralph. So the floor is now open for our questions for Sir Ralph. And before that, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of PAREB past National President, Mr. Sam Lau. Thank you. Thank you for attending this webinar. And this is being brought to you by the first and premier real estate organization in the Philippines and in Asia, the Manila Board of Realtors, co-presented by SMDC, June Garing School of Professional Selling, EIM Realty, Real Estate News, and Habitats. So do we have any questions? Kindly raise your hands to be acknowledged. And thank you, Sir Ralph. Nasa Canada ka pala ngayon. So iba ang time zone natin. Yeah, thank you for accommodating our requests.
You're welcome. You're always welcome. And thank you also. And I think there's a question.
Yeah, in the chat. This is
Yeah,
from
in the chat.
What's the hardest challenge you faced so far?
What's the hardest?
Challenge you have faced so far.
Okay, that's a very good question, and thank you for that question. I did not mention that in my presentation because I know na merong magtatanong talaga dyan. The hardest part is two things. One, if a client buys already, yan yung pinaka-hardest part is the sustainability. Because pag hindi nagbayad yan, at lahat ng effort mo, lahat ng time na ginawa mo, ibinigay mo na dyan. Lahat niyan, and we know, mawawala lahat yon. And that is the first one. The second one is, sino yung hahanapin mo? At saan ka pupunta para makita mo yan? At pag nakita mo yan, mind you, it will take so long. It will take maybe not 6 months. It's a long-term process. Maybe 1 year, 2 years, dapat tiyagain nyo yan. But of course, there's this client na bibili naman kaagad in 1 week time or kaagad-agad bumibili on the spot. But the hardest part talaga is yung effort na ginawa mo, and that is the hardest part. Yan yung mga challenges na kailangan mong i-embrace. Kaya nga may tinatawag tayong sustainability and you need to sustain that. Okay? I
Yeah,
hope
thank you.
I answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another question from our Paragco broker from MBRB, Marikina Valley, Sir Teddy. Where and how do you get and build your foreign buyer?
Okay, first, we know naman that the Philippine economy right now is booming, ano, and the real estate industry right now in the Philippines, nakakasabay talaga yan. And if you will go to China or if you will go to Hong Kong, for example, Hong Kong mas malapit yan. If you go to Hong Kong, the business district in Hong Kong, if you will buy a property, the value of the property is not in per square meters, but it's per square foot. Way back about 2017, yung hindi pa nagpa-pandemic, 2018, ang property value nila doon per square foot, meaning isang tiles lang na ganyan, 2.5 million pesos na. Dalawang tiles is 5 million pesos na. Ganun kalaki. And now, you need to study the market, the neighboring country that we have. Like in Hong Kong, masyadong mataas. In Malaysia, nagbo-boom na rin sila. Yung Indonesia. So, how do we get clients? How do we get foreign buyers? Doon din sa country na yon. Because masyado nang mataas yung property value nila. So, mag-i-invest sila sa ibang property. Like what I've said, in Hong Kong na lang, alone. Parents, binibenta nila yung property nila tapos binibigay na lang nila sa anak nila kasi sobrang mahal talaga ng property doon, and then they invested somewhere else or elsewhere in some part of the country. So doon ninyo makikita yung mga buyers outside the country, booming economy, first world country or maybe second world country, doon mo makikita. At magugulat kayo. Mahahanap ninyo talaga yon. Hanapin nyo lang, mahahanap ninyo yon. Magugulat kayo. Nasasabihin ninyo, dapat noon ko pa ginawa yan. Okay?
Yeah, thank you, Sir Ralph. So another question from the chat. This is from Errol. How to market condos to Pinoys?
Okay. Let me go back first to decades ago about the what's in it for us when we buy condominiums. Before kasi the education of property owner or the investor, iba yung mindsetting ng Filipinos before. Before kasi ang mga bumibili may mga pera, nagka-cash payment, and at the same time, continuous yung bilhin nila, multiple selling, multiple buying ang ginagawa nila. Like for example, one developer, ang payment term nila sobrang baba din nung value nung monthly amortization, and then may mga lump sum payment. Way back during the 90s, ganun yon. Now, when it comes to purchasing power ng mga Filipinos, take note, nag-evolve tayo ngayon. We are like a Western country already that all people are business-minded. One employee, kahit papano, merong business yan na, let's say, online selling. Like cake na online selling or shirt na online selling. And then it evolves. And then the property itself, tinuturuan tayo yung mga company, tinuturuan tayo mag-invest ng mas maganda kasi nakikita nila yung perspective na lahat dapat ng Pilipino merong property. Lahat ng developer gusto nilang magkaroon ng property ang bawat Pilipino. So paano mo makukuha yan? By way of educating them. Maybe hindi sila bumibili, pero soon, tsagain nyo lang. And of course, we have OFWs. The OFWs are like working there and then go back home, walang naipon, and then we need to share our knowledge and then share the values of investing property. So, doon mo makikita yan. All right?
Okay, thank you, Sir Ralph. So another question from the chat. This is from Jean. What is the best platform to get foreign clients? Or what is the best way to get foreign clients?
Okay, parang nasagot ko na yata yan kanina, but i-reiterate ko lang. The best way to get foreign clients is to know the value of the property in their country. Because doon ka magsisimula ng presentation mo. Like yung example ko kanina, ang value ng property ng Hong Kong, 2.5 million per square foot. So meaning, isang tiles lang yun, 2.5 million na. So doon ka magsisimula. Now, value ng property namin sa Pilipinas, makakakuha ka ng 2.5 million worth of property at that amount ng 2.5 million ninyo na per square foot lang. And this one, full unit ka na. Like a 20 to 25 square meters, you will have a 2.5 to 5 million worth of property. So titingnan ngayon ninyo yung mga neighboring countries natin. Like in Japan, in Malaysia, Indonesia, Hong Kong, not to mention UAE also. So doon ka makakakita. And then, challenge them. And of course, marami kayong mga network dyan. May mga center of influence kayo dyan. Boss ng kaibigan nyo, o boss ng dati nyong client, doon yun makikita yan. Alright?
Okay, sir. So follow-up question ko, sir. How about the online platforms? Like we have, di ba, WeChat, mga ganoon. So doon po ba makakakuha rin kami ng foreign clients?
Yes. Like example, no, WeChat, nagsimula yan siya sa China, di ba?
Yeah.
May WeChat ang China, di ba? Tama ba?
Yes po.
So, meron silang tinatawag na organization sa WeChat. Parang Facebook yan siya. Na pwede kang sumali sa organization and then you will just pay. Parang may membership sila and then you can get that. And then also, we have a lot of social media platform. You have the Facebook, you have the LinkedIn, you have everything. Actually, right now, ano na tayo eh, techno-savvy na tayo eh. So, doon mo makikita lahat yan. And then, join an organization.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for the suggestion, Sir Ralph. So another question, this is from our project selling chair, Ms. Loreline Pabellon. Are you partnering with a local realtor in a foreign country to sell, and how to do it?
Yes, actually, in my company, we always we have a very good business model. No, we are partnering with a lot of network partners. We're partnering with brokers. We're partnering with international marketing partners. So, we instill that. Few years back, pinag-aralan namin yan, and ang maganda sa may partner ka is they know exactly kung sinong hahanapin nila na mga clients. And then you need also to buy them out in terms of the organization itself. So meaning Like for example, if you have a friend who is a member of a Filipino community in other, like for example in Hong Kong na lang ano kasi puro tayo Hong Kong. So may Filipino community sa Hong Kong. Be a member there. Pwede mong sabihin and then create a program for them. Iyan ang isa sa mga platform na pwede mong gawin.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, another question from Amy. So, tinatanong niya, required po ba ang traveling overseas? Or will it be okay to ask OFW relatives or friends for referrals?
Yes, actually we have a referral program. Okay. There's a lot of referral programs in our company, and magsasawa talaga tayo sa referral programs. And yes, when people go out of the country, we always make it a point to contact them, and then kami nagko-close for them. Yan yung magandang program sa amin. That's one of the business model that we have in our company.
Okay, thank you, sir. And then this is from Ning. From 1 to 10 level of confidence, what level can you suggest we practice in meeting clients for the first time?
Okay, first thing is from 1 to 10, the level of confidence mo. Of course, the leveling of expectations, yan ano. You don't know really the client is, and at the same time, you will know kung ano yung bihis niya, ano yung pananamit niya, the gestures, etc. So, in terms of that, the the first time na makikita mo yung client is you just have to listen to them. Pabayaan mo silang magsalita. You just have to ask and then probe. From 1 to 10 level of confidence, you will have a 10 if you will know exactly what you're doing. The first thing you need to do is to probe them. Huwag ka muna magsasalita, don't offer anything yet. And then from there, it will be personal. Remember, at least about 95% or 98% bumibili sila. It's not because of the project. It's because of personal. So leveling of expectations. Okay? Usap muna kayo. What do you do? How are you? Yung mga ganyan. So that's the practice that I do when I do a meeting with my clients.
Okay, thank you, sir. So another question from Ray. How do foreign buyers get property in the Philippines na 40% lang ang ownership?
Okay, how do we get about it? There are two things how to do in terms of the 40%, because it's a Philippine ruling that a property or a developer must sell only to foreigners at least about, or foreign buyers at least about 40% of the number of units, and then 60% owned by Filipinos. But they can also get away with it by means of having a company with at least approximately about 51 to 60% Filipino-owned company. So of course, yes, there's a 40% leasehold ang tawag natin dyan. So there sa company kasi, sa iba't ibang mga developer, meron tinatawag na 50 years, 70 years. So depende sa country yon. Depende rin sa ruling ng government. I know in China, ang property nila doon is a leasehold. So up to at least about 50 years lang sila. Before, naglabas ang government nila ng 25 years. And since there's a condo corporation, they will vote again for another 25 years. So ang maximum nila is about 50 years lang. In 40%, we only have about 50 years also as a maximum for ano. But in Philippine kasi, iba ang ruling natin eh. You know that we have what we call the perpetual ownership also. But the 40%, yes, yun lang yung maximum allowable um, um, allocation ng isang developer for one particular property.
Okay, thank you, sir. So another question from our member, Ms. Arceli. So siguro maraming taga SMDC dito. So how can we join your company?
Okay, that's a very good question. You know Floy Valispin, she's
Yeah.
sales
And we are
director for,
member.
yeah. So she's a member of Manila Board. So you can contact Miss Floy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're always welcome to join.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so this is another question, medyo maganda to, from Remedios. How do you deal with bashers questioning your credibility?
Okay, just don't deal with it.
Mm.
If someone will question my credibility, well, let it be. First thing, um, ano yan eh, you cannot please everyone. There's always a basher. And there's always a question of credibility. So, you just don't mind them. And then move on. Sasakit lang ulo mo niyan. Masistress ka lang niyan. So, you just have to move on. Blessing will always comes in. Every time. Huwag mong patulan. Mm-mm. Kasi, if you're going to go to their level, walang mangyayari. So, let it be. Life must go on.
Yeah, okay. Tama naman, sir. But thank you po. And then another question is, what is the most effective strategy to get more clients?
Okay, first thing is you need to talk to a lot of people. Volume yan. Network yan. From one person to another person. Yung lagi ko sinasabi, kumausap kayo ng maraming tao. And then, yung tao na yan will multiply. So you need to talk to a lot of people every day. Volume. Because if you know the sales funnel, and we know naman, Sir Eric Manalo, magaling talaga mag-training yan. Motivator yan. Magaling yan sa mga sales funnel, ano yan selling cycle. You need to do the 10-3-1. That's for me, the 10-3-1. Wherein 100 prospects or suspect will give you at least 30 more prospect. And then from 30, it will goes and boils down to at least about 10% only ang mga interesado talaga. Ito yung mga interesado na yan, workables pa yan, and then mga pending pa yan. So, you need to talk to a lot of people talaga. Volume talaga. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir. So another question from consultant Nelson Salazar. What is the ideal profile of foreign condo buyers? What is their main motivation in investing in the Philippines?
Okay. The first thing is we have a program kasi in my company, SMDC. We have a program that what we called accrediting brokers outside the country. It's what we call the IMP. And what motivates us is we get partners. Partners, it's either an individual partners or a corporation. Okay. And then the good side of it is more on what's in it for them, not in it for us, but what's in it for them. Because a buyer will always buy, but a partner will always negotiate. Kung ano meron ako, magkano ba yung akin, anong percentage ba meron ako diyan. And then he will push it. And we have a lot of network partners outside the country. So that's why siguro maganda rin yung stand ninyo that if you have friends or relatives, join, you ask them or invite them to join with you, and then magbenta sila doon, and then again, the technology, sabi na tayo ngayon, Zoom meeting lang yan. So, yun. That's our main practice, and that is our motivation to get more client, to get more partners. Kaya kami nakakabenta rin. So I'm sure kayo din dapat magkaroon kayo ng maraming partners para makabenta din tayo. But of course, the partners, again, these are the partners that partners in life mo yan, partners in business mo yan, that you need to really discuss kung ano ang meron sa iyo at ano meron sa kanya. Because mahihirapan kayo kapag bibitawan kayo niyan kasi you're promising heaven and earth. So you need to discuss freely and you need to be transparent as well.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir. So I guess yun na yung last question in the chat. So from the audience, any insights you would like to share? You may raise your hand. So if none, I'd like to call our Director for Education, Ms. Ploy Vallespin. So para invite mo na rin yung mga members to join SMDC.
Thank you, Press Boot. So since wala na tayo mga questions na nakikita sa ating chat box and wala ding mga comments, so before inviting them to be part of our team, let me first, of course, present our certificate of appreciation to our speaker this morning, my dear boss, Sir Ralph Villamor. So Sir Ralph from Manila Board of Realtors, Inc., it is an honor to present to you this certificate of appreciation. This certificate is awarded to Ralph Anthony Villamor in appreciation of his invaluable contribution as resource speaker to the 2022 Manila Real Estate Forum, Thrive in Project Selling, with the topic Bulk Selling Philippine Condominiums to Foreigners, signed by Maria Rosario B. Antonio, President, Manila Board of Realtors, Inc., given this 4th day of November 2022. So maraming salamat po, Sir Ralph. Alam ko gabi na dyan, galing ka pa sa meeting sa labas, it's snowing, pero in-accommodate mo pa rin po yung aming request. So maraming salamat po. And of course, ayan, wala bang mga puro pa thank you na yung nandito, so wala na talagang tanong. Ay, meron pang mobile profile of Philippine condo buyers. Katulad ng nasabi kanina ni Sir Ralph, mostly OFWs ito. Pero the other day sa meeting, it was also mentioned by the president of SMDC. Ito, we're talking about SMDC kasi we're from SMDC, so we can only speak for SMDC. Magaganda ang clients na nandito sa Pilipinas. Since you're based here in the Philippines, look for those qualified clients kasi minimal ang back out nitong mga to. Dahil nga talagang solid yung, kumbaga established yung financial capacity nila na even if they're in the Philippines, nakaka-afford sila. So look for those buyers. These are mga professionals in the Philippines working in multinational companies. These are business owners. So yun yung mga hahanapin natin na Philippine condo buyers. Kung foreigner yan, katulad ng nasabi ni Sir Dan kanina, these are mga entrepreneurs din sa ibang bansa, talagang real estate investors na they just wanna diversify their business portfolio na hindi lang nandun sa country nila. That's why they're exploring other countries as well. So what else? Wala naman na. So thank you so much daw, Sir Ralph. Okay, so maraming salamat everyone for attending today. Mukhang nakatulog yung iba nating mga kasama at wala sila dito. So please, if you know them, please invite them again. This afternoon, we will be having our last topic for tips, which is growing and sustaining a high-performing project selling team. So for the managers inside the room, sales directors of other developers, and of course of SMDC, sales managers, and even the PSS who are growing their groups of PAs or referrers and brokers, of course, it's a must-attend topic, and it's our final topic for tips before we move to the other segments of MREF. So we're looking forward to having you later again. I'll be sending the link to our feedback form so that we can help the organizers and the speaker do better the next time. If hindi pa talaga, of course, we always have room for improvement. So please do take time to click this link. Ba't nawala yung aking paste dito? Wait lang ha, please give me a moment. to give you the link. When you click this link and accomplish the feedback form, you will also be getting your certificate of participation. So nakikita ko may mga nagpo-post na sa kanilang Facebook accounts ng kanilang certificates, so additional certificate. So when you attend tips, you will be getting certificate for each topic. Kaya dapat talaga kinukumpleto natin. There you go. So it's already in our chat box. Kindly click the link and give us your very honest feedback. You will be asked to give us your comments and suggestions for future topics for tips. So ayan na siya. Sabi dito, thank you Sir Ralph for giving you more time to accomplish the form. Magbasa tayo ng mga comments. Sabi, thank you Boss Ralph. Siguro kasama natin to sa SMDC Sir. Baka taga-international. Thank you Sir Ralph for sharing your success strategies and box selling to foreign buyers. Hindi niya nabanggit, pero actually ang laki-laki ng benta ni Sir Ralph. In 2018, if I'm not mistaken, they were able to sell 20 billion. 20 billion ba sir? 14 billion. Ganon
21
kalaki.
billion.
Oh, 21
Yes,
billion. Kulang pa ng
21,
1 billion yung sinabi ko. So it's 21 billion worth of sales, guys.
Yeah,
Diba?
that's collectively.
Oo. Hindi
Yeah.
yun madali. And paano nila nakuha yung sinasabi niya kanina na network lang. Kailangan mo lang talaga ng tamang tao. Always naman. May it be Filipino, selling to Filipinos or foreign investors. If you have the right network, magkakaroon ka nun. Kaya sabi niya nga, join din sa mga groups online kasi diyan tayo makakakilala ng mga pwede nating maging kliyente. Thanks Sir Ralph, sabi ni Melbert, ni Sir Susan, ni Tita Susan, ni Errol, Miss Banji, si Mina, si Sir Gerard. Ayan na natin mga brokers dito, si Miss Doreen. Thanks very much po Sir Ralph, Miss Flo and MBR. God bless everyone. And meron ditong mga symbols na. Thank you Sir Ralph. And Lynn, si Luis nandito din. Nako Luis, nakinig ka na kay Sir Ralph, dapat makabenta na tayo ng bulk. O ayan, nasingil ka tuloy ng benta dito. Thanks a lot, Tips. Thank you, Sir Ralph. Thank you, Sir Ralph. Thank you, Sir Ralph Villamor. Thank you very much, Sir Ralph. Thank you, puro thank you. Thank you sa napakagandang tip. Let your service always with integrity and keep on selling and shining, sabi ni Tita Lolly. Ayan. Nako, sayang po. Late ako. Umabot almost 10 minutes lang. Oh, wag nang malilate mamaya kasi ang daming namimiss. Diba? Kung nakapakinig ka kanina, malamang Miss Elsa, makakabenta ka na mamaya ng bulk. Kaya lang 10 minutes lang yung naabutan mo. Okay. So wala na. And we're able to get na the link to our, tawag dito, to our feedback form. So we're leaving it here in the chat box. Kahit hindi na kayo mag-log out, it will be the same link for the afternoon session. So